Well, here we go. We're into the afternoon session. Josh Denzel alongside me here. It is the Reignwood icons of football, and we were in for a treat going into it, but they delivered in the first session, Josh. What a performance from England in the end to take a narrow lead going into the Greensomes.
I think the United fans in the building will understand Fergie time. Listen, it all went down to the 10th. Double points, it was to and fro, it looked like World were going to take it, but the England boys really dug deep.
Icons of football, but this is their stage. This is their first day. Are we excited for these icons? Yeah! I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so. It's going to be, it's going to get tough on here though, Josh. It's not an easy arena for them, and we're expecting a response. Of course, 12 icons of England against 12 footballing icons of Team World. It looked like it was going the way of Team World early on, but they snatched the victory from the session at the very end for England. What do you think the response is going to be?
Well, we spoke to Thomas Bull, and he said he's got these boys fired up. They went out and really performed early. I think he's going to be into them while they're having lunch, while having their rest, and make sure they finish strong.
Now, Greensomes, of course, a lot more pressure in this one. They will both tee off this first hole. They will pick their best tee shot, and then they will play alternate shot from there. A long way down the road is this thing, the Reignwood Icons of Football Trophy, and we are ready to get things going. It's fast-paced, so stick with us. Match one, ready to come to the tee. From England, we have Theo Walcott and Joe Hart, facing from Team World, Ruud Gullit and David Ginola.
Come here.
Here we go. First match out. Let's talk about the morning very briefly before we look ahead to the future. You snatched a victory from nowhere on the last, and this man...
Nowhere.
Well, it looked like you might be down and out.
I think we were, in contention, and then all of a sudden we had a couple of 3 putts, and they took advantage of it. And then I knew that in the last you could have double points, and they themselves they miss putts, and we don't.
You've been kept together. You've been kept together because of the belief and what you did on that last hole. What does that mean to you two, confidence-wise, going out?
We got confidence. Still boiling. Not very confident with that, but I think we got a great team in front of us this afternoon, and we try our best to compete against them.
Dream team here, Josh.
You're not just good with the only 2 players who know how to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. You boys, some heart. Listen, this is a dream team. You must be buzzing to be playing together again this afternoon.
Yeah, delighted. Theo was unbelievable the whole way through. Took me a little while to get going, but at the big moments, we stepped up, didn't we, Theo?
Theo, a fantastic performance from you this morning. Listen, this game's all about dovetailing in the morning session, and you did that. You performed out your skin. You happy with that?
Yeah, so pleased. I mean, like I said, we both looked after each other out there, but there was some incredible golf shown. I've got to say, this is probably the best-looking group. Yeah. I've got to agree with you. I think this is the group you want to see.
That's
the looks,
for sure.
But yeah, so look, there's going to be plenty of great golf today. Yeah, we should do, right?
Listen, boys, this is a game where you can, somebody gets it in the fair where you can go aggressive, and one man that likes to go aggressive off the tee is my man right here, Joe Hart. He can hit it an absolute mile. You looking to be a bit of Jekyll and Hyde here today?
I hope so. Theo's so solid. I'm not gonna put any pressure on him, but he knows what he's doing. He hits it a long way, by the way. But if you can free up the arms, then that's all the better.
Look at this. It's the positive affirmations between this team on the tee box already. I really do feel like this could be a special group. Nick, I know, listen, these boys look a bit nervous. I see Ruud's knees going a little bit over there.
I've got a lot of love for...
No, it's just the heat.
I've got a lot of love for the world, but I'm here for the Joe Hart show off this first tee. Send him on fire, Joe. Send him on fire. You guys have the honour.
Enjoy.
30, John, 30 seconds.
That's just my normal face.
This is match number 1. On the tee for Team England, Phil Walcott. On the tee for Team England, Joe Hart. On the tee for Team World, from the Netherlands, Ruud Gullit.
And came up clutch this morning.
All right, not the fastest, not the furthest, but may have just caught that bunker.
On the tee for Team World, from France, David Ginola.
David Ginola got his first point on the board in the Icon Series this morning. Take that confidence into this afternoon.
Right down the middle, and that's a great start.
Can you get us more of these plastics? It's got to be that one. Okay, the gift was it. I've got one, thank you.
That's a good start, a positive start in the opening Greensome's match this afternoon.
All right, guys, first groups are away.
King Larson signing autographs before he heads out this afternoon alongside John Arnorisa, up against Paul Ince and Phil Jones. A couple of United icons. Last out will be Teddy Sheringham. There he is in the locker room. Great having these cameras this inside, isn't it, Claude?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I think it's just goes to show you the scale of the event, really trying to make it very much like a Ryder Cup team format.
Don't forget, you can join our interaction hub now by scanning that QR code down the bottom right of your screen.
All right, I don't know which team's going to be the winner, so do you think Team England? Team England!
So the call the captains was on offer this morning, up again this afternoon. It'll be Batistuta for Team World, who can call the captain.
We love the spirit. That's good, that's good, that's good.
And John Terry for Team England will have the call the captain option. They're in match 2.
A little surprised no one used to call the captain this morning.
All right. Now, over there, those are the icon clubs, you know. They got some great seat over
I was a little surprised this morning that you had Jimmy Bullard and Gareth Bale as the two players who could call the captain. I'm surprised they didn't go with a Joe Hart, for example, or an Aaron Ramsey. And there's a look at the matches this afternoon, the matchups, some pretty strong ones, Claude.
Yeah, no, I really want to see what Batistuta and Gianfranco Zola do. I think that's going to be a good pairing. Like the pairing of Paul Ince, Phil Jones, and then Sheringham and Sharp against Sheva and Dwight York. I think we're in for a good one there too.
A lot of clutch moments this morning. And a lot of highlights as well. Dwight York, Nigel de Jong, both holding some incredible shots from off the green.
And the Welsh teammates, and Aaron Ramsey and Gareth Bale. We'll see how Gareth Bale's back holds up. I know he's been a little bit sore. I wonder if he got any treatment in the lunch break, but he played some really good golf, and I know he wants to contribute to this world team.
Yeah, 3 birdies on the scorecard on his own ball this morning for Gareth Bale. Remember, these are 10-hole matches. Perhaps lower expectations.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would have gone out with not a lot of expectations, having never seen the golf course, didn't play a practice round, and the body wasn't feeling great. So, as I said this morning, I think he was just thinking, okay, let me get the golf ball and play off the tee, try and put it in the middle of the greens. And then I think as the round went on, he started to get a little bit more confident, started to feel how much he could push the body. And I think that was a big putt at the end to make that putt on that stage. You know, these great athletes, they've done so many amazing things in their lives. They've played for such enormous crowds. But when do you ever get an opportunity to do something like that on television, hold a 6-footer that means something for your team?
It's been fun to watch. It'll be fun to watch this afternoon once again. Ruud Gullit with his second at the par 5 first hole, heading left.
And that's a bad miss there. I think sometimes he's got that step move, which I kind of like, but sometimes it seems like he just forgets to finish the backswing, so he's already going forward as he's starting down, and the timing just gets a little off.
And after that, you can move and follow your icons there. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Good, good, good. We do have a lot of VIPs here.
Back down to Theo Walcott in the first fairway. Missed the fairway to the right. Taking Joe Hart's tee shot. Remember, if you're just tuning in, the format explained this afternoon, greensomes, all players tee off. You select the best tee shot and then you'll play alternate shot or foursomes from there. So Team England taking Joe Hart's tee shot here, which means Theo Walcott now hitting the second.
Should cut a little bit.
Oh no.
Just stayed straight on him. He was trying to hit a big cut. And that's going to leave his partner with a very difficult shot.
There's a lot of responsibility in this format, isn't there?
Well, I do, and I think, this format, you'll figure out
Denmark. All right. Yeah,
who's going to hit
that's
first.
good,
I think that's really important.
All right, well, thank you so much. Don't forget to show some love when all the icons entering in. Make some noise for the boys when they come in. All right, next pair, let's go. Thank you.
This is match number 2. Representing Team England, a dynamic midfielder who won silverware with Spurs and played for his country 21 times. And alongside him, the most decorated player in Chelsea history. 5 Premier League titles, 5 FA Cups, a Champions League winner across 19 seasons, a captain of his country as well. Please welcome Jermaine Genius and John Terry. And for Team World, one of football's greatest ever goal scorers. He won 2 Copa Americas with Argentina. He's a Serie A and Argentinian league winner. He's simply known as Batigol, and alongside him, the little magician. A talent that has won leagues all over the world. He is quite simply one of the most dynamic strikers we've ever seen in the history of the game. Please welcome for Team World, from Italy, Gianfranco Zola, and from Argentina, Gabriel Batistuta.
All right. Well, gents, this is going to be a fantastic matchup. I've got an update, just got it in my ear. Now, one of the many unique things about this format is you can call the captain. And so happens, both calls are in this group. John Terry, you're going to get the call from England. You're going to get Danny Willett to help you out. I know you just got the news, but on the top of your head, how would you use that, and how would you use that, and which shot in the top of your head?
I'm thinking par 3, but I'm not sure that's allowed. But to be fair, I'm just delighted to have Danny taking any one of my shots.
I love it, I love it. Now, and on Team World, it's going to be Batty. Batty, you're going to get Thomas Bjorn anytime that you want during the day. Well, how do you think you're going to use him, you think?
Right now.
Where are you, Thomas Bjorn? Where are you?
He's sitting. So I will call him later.
All right, fantastic. Well played. Good luck, guys. Have fun. We'll see you out there.
Well, it's going to be an exciting match. Quite a couple of formidable pairings, isn't it, Claude, what they've achieved on the soccer field, and how will it translate this afternoon?
On the tee, for Team England, Jermaine Genus.
Well, he's got the firepower here, Genus, to take it over the corner, potentially get near the green in 2.
He has hammered that one down there. I think this is going to be a really interesting match.
Team England, John Terry.
Because the English side definitely has the firepower, but Gianfranco Zola is going to hit a lot of fairways. That's going to free up Gabriele Batistuta. And it'll be interesting to see this kind of chess match of power and accuracy.
John Terry certainly can take it over the corner. High, strong ball flight. Aiming well down the left-hand side.
He's going to pull this back online. That's kind of his move. So both these players right in that 160 ball speed range.
From Italy, Gianfranco Zola.
87.5% of fairways hit in the last Icon series for Zola. You know he's going to be in play most of the time.
Yeah, and there's a good example of that difference in the ball speed.
On the tee for Team World from Argentina, Gabriele Batistuta.
I think we're going to see a lot of that. Ewan Zola going first, put it in the fairway, and that frees up Batistuta. Just kind of freewheel it.
You knew he was nervous this morning. He hit a bit of a shocker over to the left. Lost ball. And he redeemed himself here this afternoon. Likes to hit the draw. Has he overcooked it? He has, but it's avoided trouble. It's in play. So our second match is underway. It was 4 balls this morning.
All right.
This afternoon,
well done.
it's Greensomes.
The second match here. That is great.
Reignwood Icons of Football follows a Ryder Cup style team match play format where Team England and Team World will go head to head in 4 sessions over 2 days. And it all starts right here on the first tee.
And then here, 10 holes later on our 10th green, which is right next to our TV studio. Handy that.
Session 1 is 4 balls where each two-man team will pick their best score between them to go up against their opposition.
Sessions 2 and 3 are greensums. Both players tee off, you take the best drive, it's alternate shot from there until the ball's in the hole. Simple, really.
And we finish with Session 4, the all-important head-to-heads, the singles matches. Just like in the Ryder Cup, if you win your match, it's a point for your team. And if you tie your match, the points are halved.
However, here at Reignwood Icons of Football, we like to keep things juicy. If your team wins by 4 up or more, you win an extra bonus point for your team. Not to mention, they add a sprinkle of humiliation.
To rack up points and turn a match in your favour, we have 3 pressure holes, where a win on that hole could be worth double.
Let's break down how it all works. Suan, Radar, take it away.
This is the Team World home hole, the gorgeous par 3-6.
And this is Team England's home hole, the stunningly beautiful 9th.
Win your own home hole and you win the hole as normal.
And you win away on the opponent's home hole. Look out. Turn this thing on its head. It's a double up.
And now for the final pressure hole, the final hole of the match, the all-important par 5 10th.
Remember, this hole is worth double for everybody. You could go from 1 down to 1 up and put points on the board for your team, or you could go from 2 up to 4 up, win that bonus point and put 2 points on the board for your side.
The possibilities are endless. Almost.
Well, it's all smiles around that first tee as they wait to go. Phil Jagielka of Everton, working hard with, well, a Liverpool man, one of the greats in Robbie Fowler. That'll be a partnership there today for us in these greens and up ahead at the first in the top match.
That's a great putt. That's a great putt there.
A lot of strength in those arms, but half a roll shy. Good though, they'll start to hopefully get a little bit more of a feel for the pace of these greens now. The nerves of the first session behind them, hopefully a little easier, certainly until the singles when it all changes again, a lonely place. So honours even at the first hole. Excellent scoring in the morning, 4 ball. It will be tougher this afternoon. Yes, they get to pick their best tee shot and greensons.
Right, so next up next.
But after that is alternate shots, so the pressure is on, the responsibility to your playing partner ever present. I would imagine that Gianfranco Zola, Gabriel Batistuta will be hard to beat. He nudges it round to perfection. A good golfing brain and a good footballing one. Not long, but precise. Okay, so we are off and running. I have 2 very special guests alongside me in our position here in commentary. Thomas Bjorn, obviously captain of Team World, and Danny Willett, captain of Team England. Not a lot in it, gents, going into the second session. How big a session is this one, though, in terms of the challenge, psychologically, the challenge of greenstones for these players?
It's a tough format. I was saying to the guys, you've got to really pick who wants to go first. Maybe they hit something different or get it in play, and then the second lad have a bit of a whale at it and see if he can nip off a corner somewhere and gain an extra 40 or 50 yards. It's a tough format for us as pros. So, you know, for these boys, the greens are quick. It's going to be an interesting afternoon.
Thomas, obviously, we were listening to you. You did a great job with them rallying the troops this morning. As did Danny. It's great viewing. We love it. We love it. And they love it more importantly. They've been in special locker rooms, right? We've watched them. We've seen little clips now and then of what it's like for them as footballers. They're in your world. What's it been like for you to have that responsibility with these icons of football to try and give them a little something that gives them the edge?
Yeah, I think when you see the list of names, you kind of pinch yourself a little bit. Growing up in the 90s and watching them play football was obviously an amazing thing to do, and then all of a sudden standing in front of them and trying to say something to them that's going to get the juices going. I mean, this bunch of guys are very, they know themselves so well. They are really up for it. They wouldn't be here if they weren't up for it. They love coming and participating in something like this. But there's a nice little thing going on in there. And Danny said something earlier today that's kind of like all of these guys, they didn't particularly like each other when they played football, and now they're all of a sudden in a team together and have to make that work together. So there's a lot of little things going on in that locker room that's quite interesting to deal with.
Oh, there's definitely dynamics going on out there as we get you back to the first. Here we go again.
On the tee for Team England, Robbie Fowler.
Gritty golfer, and one of your favourites in everything as a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, hard for me, this one, to be against him this week. I loved him all my life.
I've seen that for over the last 4 days when we've been watching him practice. He's hit it lovely.
On the tee for Team England, Phil Jagielka.
Okay, he's put one right down the middle for his playing partner. What does that give him permission for now?
You can see the smile on his face. This means that Jags is... I'm hoping you're going to see him aiming a hell of a long way left here. Oh, he's actually going not too bad. He likes his mini driver.
The little hitch up of the grass, I mean, Dame Laura Davies style, I mean, what does that, I mean, that takes guts, doesn't it, in this arena?
It does on the first tee. We said this morning it was a bit, it's a good
Nigel de Jong.
So a job to do for this partnership this afternoon. I suppose a little bit of pressure, Thomas, on the first player to try and open up the opportunity for the other to swing freely.
Oh, absolutely. Get it in the fairway, right down the middle, and then it gives an opportunity to the other guy.
He had a few of them earlier on. Stay dry.
On the tee for Team World, from Wales, Ryan Giggs.
Well, let's see if the skills transfer from feet to hands when it comes to this sport.
He's been hitting that shot all week, and he said to me, I want to straighten it out, I want to straighten it out. I said, Ryan, you're never going to straighten it out. You might as well embrace it and keep hitting it and just take it on. Aim down the left and keep fading it away.
Use what you have. They're off and running. Good shot from Ryan Giggs, nicely in play. And as they march on down the first, just behind there, the amphitheatre that we've got, we can find Radar on the range. Watch the scene, mate.
It's all good. I mean, we're down here. I've been watching these guys for quite some time. The flushing that's been going on is quite sensational. Obviously, I spend a lot of time on the big tours around the world, but let's check out Teddy here. Yeah, that's just a flush. No movement whatsoever in the air. No draw, no fade right there. He's got himself, what do you got, Teddy, 5? 4 iron. So, look, very, very shallow. Have a look at the divot structure there. I mean, there's no gouge. It's not steep. It's a nice sweep. Really good. He's a picker. Action. And let's go over here and see Jimmy. And Jimmy's just been flushing it. He likes to hit these nice soft fade. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Don't do that to us, Jimmy. Don't do that to us. What's your go-to shape, Jimmy?
It's the right. Drop him right.
Just a little leaker.
Yeah, a little lemonade.
Okay.
Radar, we're going to butt in here just briefly. Danny, when you see Jimmy, watch him do what he does.
Yeah.
What sort of level of golf are we really talking about here?
Well, he's a very good golfer. This game's hard, as you know, and he hits that little button fade pretty much all the time, knows his numbers. He's a good player.
High praise for him, Radar. Danny giving the plaudits to Jimmy.
Well, I had the pleasure of playing on his show, Tubes and Ange and Jimmy, on his YouTube channel, and he's got himself a pink driver, and it's an older one, but he loves it. It's just a leaky left to right fade. That's a little bit of a pull, but still fine in the left side of the fairway. As they say, a hook won't listen, but a fade will, won't it, Jimmy?
Just don't like seeing it turn right to left. There's no future for me, so start a left. I don't mind that one, as you say, it's still left-hand side fairway, maybe left semi, but I like to see it dropping right, Radar.
Welsh today. Big game today. You've been waiting for this for quite some time, as we all have. There's been a lot of banter, and Ryan, why not? You and Gareth, great players, wonderful golfers. So it's all about going out there today and doing it. Very difficult if you were playing 36 holes, 72 holes. It's a sprint. So what do you think you've got to do today? Do you play conservatively and wait for it to happen, or because it's only 10 holes, you've got to go at it?
Yeah, first of all, I've never played with Bailey. I don't think I've even had my eye on him hitting shots. That'd be the first time. But as you say, a sprint, 10 holes, good start, massive. Radar, it's so big. 10 holes, there ain't a lot. In a lot of holes, if you go 2-3 behind, you ain't got no time to make it up. So a good start's really important. Me and Sharpie found out this morning, was 2 down after 4-5, and it was like, oh, here we go.
I'm looking forward to watching it, as you guys are, wherever you are around the world. Get with the program. Icons of football.
Yeah, Reignwood, icons of football. Jimmy Bullard, a big part of it. Doesn't like to see the ball going left, so he wouldn't have liked playing with Wayne much. Get back to the first. Genus.
Well, Jermaine here, he's playing really nicely in the practice I saw, and there's another fine iron shot from him. He's obviously been practicing a bit, playing with big JT.
He's played well in practice. JJ, same with all the lads. They all desperately want to get better at the game. So they're all they've got in drillings. They're trying to make practice swings all the time on the range and on the course. And they a lot of them
finished playing football.
Like we were saying, just relax, swing it, get your number, go, and that looked like a much better move from him there. Jermaine can, sometimes overthink so many things.
Since I've finished playing football, golf's taken over that competitive side that obviously you miss on a weekly basis.
There is that scene, that first tee, set up against that clubhouse. That is, you might recognise it. It's a little larger than life here, but very similar sort of vibes to the one we see at Wentworth Club, where the flagship event, the DP Road Tour, is. Nicely tidied away on the first. They're going to be a good partnership. John Terry was fired up on that first tee this morning, wasn't he?
He was a bit, wasn't he? He gave it a big one, bless him. Unfortunately, I think he went on and lost the first hole, so it didn't really work.
What is the blend, Thomas, of the getting excited versus like staying in your groove and trying to keep it on an even keel?
Yeah, you got to have some sort of balance in it, because sometimes when you get too excited, you get too emotional, and that goes straight into your hands, and then it becomes difficult to execute what you have to execute out on the golf course. So, yeah, you got to keep a little balance of it, but it works a little bit easier when you're in a pair. One of you can kind of go off. In the singles, you probably got to keep it a little bit more low and just concentrate on your stuff. You want these guys to get right stuck into each other, though, don't you?
Oh, of course we do. There's
On the tee for
rivalries
Team England, points.
You can see the governor's here. He loves the game now. It's that little power fade, little low bullet.
We're at Reignwood Park, but this, of course, is Robinswood Golf Club. And it can stretch back to just about 8,000 yards from the tips. So not quite playing at that full tilt for these players. Back just in time for opening tee shots. It's Paul Ince and Phil Jones together.
Absolutely loves watching Phil play this week. He loves the game, just wants to get better, and he's such a nice guy. Such a nice guy.
On the tee for Team World from Sweden, Henrik Larsson.
Imagine that his son played for FC Copenhagen at the Camp Nou in the middle of the week, and he flew down there, watched the game, watched him play, and then flew over here to play in this. It's a pretty special week for Henrik Larsson.
The King of Kings at Celtic all those years. And of course, Premier League trophy at Manchester United as well, later on in his career. Right down
on the tee for Team World from Norway, John Arne Riise.
Quite a large man.
Oh, he's full into this. Honestly, he asks more questions than anyone I've ever met, I think, about what do I do here, what can I do, and how can I do it better. Well, and then he just absolutely smashes it. Don't go straight very often, but when they do...
That looks tight left, is it? Or is he happy? No,
Great rivalries, but
เห็นแล้วแบบหลาย
still fierce competition. A healthy respect amongst all of these players here, and loving the energy that it has, being in the thick of it again. Just look like they're trying to work out who's up here, perhaps.
I can only assume, we've not seen it, I assume that they might have even driven it there.
It's a very optimistic way of looking at it, but it could be
I think
true.
it's a drivable part.
Yeah,
Joe's got plenty of power. I'm just trying to work out who's the look thinking about it is. I don't know if Theo could, but Joe could.
Still thinking pop. Yeah, I love that. Right. Come on. Give it a decent pump. If it goes past, it goes past. Say some of this chip's not easy. They're going great.
Golden Gloves on 4 occasions in the Premier League, actually 4 times in the space of 5 years. He was very much a big fixture, Man City and their success. So here we go, this is what we've been waiting for, trundling down the hill. Goodness, are they fast.
That's a good shot there. I have to say, when you stand behind that green and see how fast it is down going that way. Good shot from a big Dutchman.
How fast are we talking compared to tour standard?
These would be incredibly good standard. I mean, I said to the boys, they think that we play impeccable golf courses all the time. This really is outstanding this week. I mean, I think Dubai the last couple of weeks is probably not far off, but I mean, they're brilliant.
A little cagey nudge from Joe Hart. I imagine very easy to get defensive here in this format. So staying on the front foot, Robbie Fowler now.
Yeah, he's not the longest hitter, Robbie, but he's just very steady. Look at that beautiful rhythm, isn't it? Beautiful rhythm.
Oh, he's there. He don't miss the middle of the club face. He was a good striker, and he's a good striker of a golf ball as well.
Is cool in the team room as he appears to be on the screen, Davi Ginola.
Oh, come on. You can't be anything but cool. This guy, can he? He was always cool on a football pitch. He was always cool off it, and he still is. I mean, he's a wonderful man to be around. I had the fortunate and having him as my host for the Ryder Cup in France in 2018, so we spent a lot of time together. Just a wonderful man.
So it slides by, opportunity still available here.
By the look at it, what, inside left from Theo, uphill. No, this is to win, though, I think.
Could you imagine somebody in the Ryder Cup standing that close to when you were putting? It would just kick off, wouldn't it?
I don't think these boys are that bothered about stuff like that. There's people walking everywhere, taking pictures of him, videoing him. I think these boys take it all in the stride pretty well. Jack sneaks in on the high side. This is a promising start after this morning.
Well, that one did, though, swing the other way in the end after Team World got off to a flyer. It's been the opposite so far in this afternoon wave.
It's a good job, then, eh?
You had to make it. Good ball, guys.
So up in the top 3 matches now, very shortly to update. Jagiel Fowler off to a flyer. Back in the fairway. Good tee shot.
Because yours is on there. It's me at the bottom. Clear ball. No, it's fine.
It's just like watching Adam Scott play, isn't it?
The archetypal golf swing that everyone wants to try and copy.
You're very brave saying that in here, lads. I doubt you said that to him, have you?
It's all right. He'll not. Hopefully, he won't hear the replay. He'll be fine. There he is. JT, come on. Big rope around the corner.
Yeah, he's got to be careful because Jermaine just hit it in the water.
Oh,
I'm surprised he's
beautiful.
taking a driver out. That's just fine.
Yeah, if your playing partner hits a good drive, great. You swing for the fence, but if they hit a bad one, I mean, that's the tough spot. What a tee shot.
The fact that he's kept driver out there, I like it. It shows his intentions on this afternoon's games. This is the man, I know he's not on my team, but this is the man that you would have going first all day long.
Yeah, he's the one that sticks it in the fairway, and just like his good friend Francesco Molinari, just stick it in the fairway and then you can follow along afterwards.
I was about to say, we've just commentator cursed him. Oh, Thomas.
Didn't take you long, lads. What do you get, 20 minutes in?
20 minutes, we've already ruined somebody's day.
Mind you, Tom's spent a fair few years in here as well. Quite a bit of time, haven't you, Tom, doing a bit of this?
Yeah, a bit too much. Well, this guy can hit it. He really can.
Yeah. Lovely. Little short game chip off.
Well, of course, all of this matters. It's the afternoon session of the first day, but we're all moving towards something very special. One swing, one opportunity, with the biggest prize in golf at the end of it. It's the $10 million swing, and it's coming soon.
This could make you a millionaire.
The richest hole in golf is back.
24 footballing icons take on the Icon Series $10 million swing.
One hole,
one shot.
10 million, let's go. Oh yeah! A hole in one wins $10 million.
Shared between the player, their chosen charities,
and you.
To win a cut of the $10 million, all you've got to do is vote for the player who you think can do it.
Then it's up to them to deliver. Simple.
So, who are you going to choose?
Well, you can vote now, of course, who you think chooses, and it matters who you pick as well. Gents, there's one swing, one opportunity. First of all, how many holes in one?
12.
12? You should be out there doing it.
One of them is par 4.
I got him there with 16.
16?
Oh, no.
My goodness, okay. Well, it does happen. It does happen, but it's the opportunity for the icons today. And the reason you want to get on there, get on that QR code that we showed you and vote for who you think is going to do it. Because if the $10 million is won from a hole-in-one from one of our icons, that is split between charity, Motor Neuron Disease Association being one of the beneficiaries there. The player, of course, gets his little piece of the action, but you at home as well. $1 million going the way of 3 of you from that 10. Incredible opportunity. for doing nothing. And if these guys can do it, then maybe with the inspiration from them, one of these can too. Back to Bullard.
Oh, he's took it on a good line, 63. Should cover that trap easily.
On the tee, 14 world.
Yeah, you see he was a bit chirpier on there. He was a bit quiet this morning. That is a bomb down there.
Serious ball speed on this player, and he can nudge over 120 clubhead speed as well. It's significant, Danny.
Yeah, I mean, you saw then Bullard's what, 163, I think, by the looks of it. I think Ramsey can get it out there 175, 178, which is fast. If he is, he needs to be aiming further left than that.
A little draft into the player's face right here. Long par 5 you can reach into. Well, Gareth can. That'll be a layup right there. That's fine. It's a clean line.
World. From Wales, Gareth Bale.
Moving a little gingerly. A back spasm early in the week. He wasn't even sure if he'd be able to swing well enough to be able to get out there and play. But he has. Both sessions. And we've got that job. Yes, they have partners, but it's Bale against Bullard right up.
Yeah, with that back, he's just got to guard against that left shot, or will he steer it into play? That was Jimmy's best, but I think Gareth can give Jimmy, what, 20 off the tee. He's a big lump of a lad, this Gareth Bale.
Oh, the back. It's a little. He rubbed it and he was stretching. I think Bullard might be in his head already.
Go on, I know you've got loyalties, guys, but if you had to put a little wager on who's going to take who in that one, if you had to bet between them, Bale, Bullard, who's the better golfer, do you think? Or is it really close?
It's very, very close.
No, it's not close at all. Bale by a mile.
Really?
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
It's almost as equal as there was footballer between them.
Oh, it's teed up to perfection.
Well, time will tell. Certainly carrying a little niggle there. He's not allowed to be at full tilt, and as we saw, just a perler from Jimmy Bullard, striding away. He's got a bit of polter about him, you'd have to say. It's going to be a cracker, this one.
Love it. The sunshine.
Layout of the golf course. Guys, what have you made of the home holes for both teams where you can double up? And of course, this is only relevant to this competition, but it means big swings of play can happen. Have you enjoyed that? Does it add an element of sort of risk down the home stretch for him?
It's been good fun, obviously, with how they've done it. I think we're probably at a slight disadvantage in it, ours being 9. We've seen a lot of guys come from, like, maybe, you know, the lads have been 1 or 2 up playing well, and actually you can lose that, you know, within the space of 2 holes. So I would have liked to see him a little bit closer. I know that's really tricky to do with how the course layout is, but it does, you know, I think one time this morning when Harty and Theo doubled up down 6, but I think all the times it's been halved.
And then we could see as well the shortened hole that we're going to get to watch, which is the par 5 10th. It's the final hole of our layout. It's going to be the $10 million hole. Odds that we might see it. You know, can lightning strike in here? I mean, is it possible? And if it does, and it's Jimmy Bullard, what might happen? Might he just self-combust?
Oh, he'll definitely do that, and I think the rest of us will go home. We don't want to watch anymore. But he's, obviously it can happen. I mean, they're good golfers, these guys, so somebody's going to go fairly close. I mean, it's, you know what it's like, the chance of it dropping. I mean, Seve never had a hole in one, so, you know, it doesn't happen to everyone.
But you've had 16. I mean, it's a lot. And of course, you've hit a lot of shots, Thomas. Of course you have. But do you remember your best one? Best one you ever had? What's your favourite?
Well, I had one in the final of the World Match Play at Wentworth against Ernie. So there you go. That's a pretty nice one.
Not all that far away from our $10 million swing, but also the business of this Reignwood Icons of Football. And back to that opening green. So far, it's been happy hunting here for Team England.
So whoever left the flag on the floor was a little bit more confident than they should have been.
They were what?
I mean, they're just so fast, these greens for these guys. I mean, they don't ever play on anything like this, and it's just very difficult to come to terms with. You know, you get into a completely different mindset when you play on something that's. As Sousa goes close for birdie there, but it's just such a different mindset of not being able to be aggressive. Pace is the first thing you think of when greens are fast, and I think these guys are always thinking of line more than pace.
And of course, the line is only relevant to that pace, so getting it dialed in is key. It's a chance to win. And he's a little shy on that pace, but you can understand, nudged up. Why wouldn't you when you're playing partners who are in a bit of bother?
JT, oh, nice to win. Again, like we saw earlier, should be what? Right edge, left edge from our angle. Nice.
Both of these boys are going to have to call the captain. Are you envisaging an afternoon off like you had this morning, or?
Again, this format I think is going to be quite tricky because we can't hit the tee shots for them, so it'll have to be a second shot. So actually, for it to be JT in particular, it means that Jermaine's going to have to hit a tee shot that they fancy, and it depends on where as well, because. You know, they might do. It might be, we were saying, it might be like a quirky little chip or something where they're both in trouble or something like that might be when they call us up.
Costly, 3 jiggles, and again, more joy for England on that opener. When you were watching today on the last, I saw Gareth Bale had his call the captain there. He had 6 feet left. It was pivotal to the match. Were you thinking, please no, Thomas?
Absolutely, dude. Not a chance. I would have looked at him and like, what are you thinking, man? No, I think I can see it on a tricky shot, you know, where it's like, where you could see us being able to do something a bit smarter than they probably do, but no, I kind of like them doing it themselves unless it's really a need for them.
Both players laid up here on this first hole. It's a par 5. In spite of those great tee shots we're hearing, they've just bunted it down the fairway, doing the work with the wedge.
Do we think that Gareth will have ever been spoken to so much in 10 holes of golf than what's about to happen over the next 2.5 hours?
It might be like when Lee Trevino was told he didn't. I don't want to talk during the round. So you don't have to talk. You can just listen.
The striker with a smile. He was the smiling assassin with 3 Premier League titles and a Champions League winner. Alongside him, a Ballon d'Or winner, a Champions League winner, one of the world's greatest ever strikers. Please welcome Dwight York and Andrei Shevchenko.
Shevchenko, renowned as a lethal finisher in his career, and it was certainly a lethal finish to the morning session. That putt on the last, something else.
It was heartbreaking is what it was.
You can't have everything, Dan. You can't have everything.
I know, but JB had just slipped out, Shever, and then Sharp is just... I mean, it could have been... That would have been a real big turnaround for the boys because they weren't really ever in that match this morning.
These are all good golfers playing here, particularly strong ones in this bottom game, though.
Yeah, very. Teddy, watched him over the last few days. Lovely golf. He's been leaning up against a golf cart there, hasn't he, bless him. Lovely golfer. Putts looking at the hole, interestingly, and it's not quite worked so far. Sharp is brilliant. I think his handicap's 1, but just to look, again, you can see the guys that play a lot of golf. Teddy plays a lot of golf. Sharp he does. York is a good hitter, and then yeah, Shever was like heartbreaking this morning. He needs to go a bit maybe. long way, 265 to carry that trap. So if you're looking at the ball speed on the screen, it needs to be what, high 50s.
In spite of his talent, Lee was very nervous the last time around. Being in this theatre, being televised around the world, in spite of everything he did in a Manchester United shirt, and Leeds of course, but Manchester United in particular, it was scary, even for a man who's really competent. He looks a bit more at ease this time around.
Yeah, you get used to it. I think any time you step into something that is where you're not used to being, you know, you're out of your comfort zone. Strong shot there.
Go with it. Oh, that's unlucky.
Just misses carrying that bunker. They're just out of their comfort zone sometimes, and it's difficult for them.
I genuinely think, I think you said it in the shoot earlier, genuinely think that was one of the best moments she's ever had on a golf course, ever.
I doubt he's thinking that he made the wrong career choice, mind you. He was really rather good, wasn't he? Crane's finest. Trying a little peeler here around the edge of that bunker line.
Perfect for them boys, because then Yorkie's got a bit of speed, so now if he can do that all day, Yorkie can then aim and try and take that corner on.
He does not lack confidence.
No, he doesn't. But I'll tell you one thing he does. I mean, he works hard, obviously, off the golf course, as you can tell. But he works hard on his golf game. He played in the Dubai Invitational as an amateur the other day, and he was the first man on the range and the last man off it. You know, he loves hitting golf balls, this man.
I watched him practice. He was a flusher. He's taking a very tight line here.
That is tight. Oh, it's fine. That'll be not much in from there.
Sat up as well on the upslope. That's fine, Yorkie, it's fine.
The final pairing is away, guys. Before you leave your seats,
Good part of his game, this. Does a lot of stuff with his numbers. He likes it.
Yeah, it's a good move, that straight down the flag. It's a nice move.
Yeah, as is this man's, obviously. JB's is a bit more like golfy. Gareth, obviously, he's not played for as long as what Bullard has. But this will be our turn. We obviously watched a lot of shots this morning, and it doesn't look like he was too injured this morning. He looked like he did it pretty well. So.
We'll let them march on up to the green, and of course that's where you guys want to be. I know we love having you in here, and everyone at home loves getting to hear your thoughts about it all, but where you really want to be is with your teams. Just before we go, are you confident that you are going to stop England bringing it home for a second successive time, Thomas?
Hey, and you're supposed to be on my side this week, you said.
I don't pick sides. I don't pick sides, Thomas.
No, you're slowly moving over there, aren't you? You're slowly moving over there.
He goes where the results go. He's shifting.
I'm confident, but I don't particularly like this start this afternoon, I have to say. If it keeps going in this direction for another half an hour, then we're in big trouble.
Guys, we'd love to have you with us. We look forward to speaking as we go through the week. Get out there with your teams and enjoy it, gents. Masters champion Danny Willett, and of course a Ryder Cup sensation across the years, and Thomas Bjorn. Well done.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thanks, lads. Birdie putt for Andy Cole. Oh, it just rolls on that extra few inches. That means that Jimmy's going to have to slip a little coin in behind that one. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that as we go through. But to win the hole. Not a good start for him, but remember, these are fighters. They turned it around on the very last hole in the morning wave. He has a wealth of experience, not just on the pitch, but in golfing terms. He knows how to make the most of it. It'll be tough to beat. just turns its nose up on it. So it slides by. It is a picture-perfect day, beautiful sunshine, but fairly toasty. And it's been a hot start for Team England to the afternoon after they turned it around late on to squeeze the session in the morning by winning the 4 balls. 4.5, 3.5. It's been an excellent start to the Greensome session. Remember, Greensome's the format where they both tee off, pick the best one, and alternate shot from there. Well, this is how we stand here. Reignwood icons of football. 4.5, 3.5 was the end result in the morning. Drama late on to mean that England squeezed the session and the defending champions with a narrow lead. However, it's been an electric start to the afternoon play. It is Greensome's where both players will tee off. They pick the best tee shot and then the other player hits next. It's alternate shot through to the end of the hole. More pressure in this one, but it has suited the English. Look at that, up in the first 4. Tied in that huge game at last. Jimmy Bullard, he has been calling the name of Gareth Bale. He got his wish. They are going toe-to-toe with partners today. All right, let's leave here for a moment and go and find Josh in the studio.
Back in the studio with Tubes and Ange, golfing royalty.
Legend, all right, mate?
Now talk to me. Tubes, I'm going to start with you. Call the captain.
Yeah.
Didn't happen in the first session, but I know you're a big Chelsea fan.
Absolutely.
Captain, leader, legend.
Yeah.
JT has been voted as the player that can call the captain. He lost his first match.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to let that happen again. When do you think he's going to call him?
Right, I think maybe with Danny Willett, like if it's a par 5, second shot, to zing it on, on the green. So you've got to putt an eagle. But I did say, didn't I? I had a feeling Jimmy was never going to call Danny Willett because he was so focused. But how good was that last game? The last.
I mean, we're talking about.
Gareth
didn't call Bjorn either, did he? They both didn't call. That's brilliant. That.
I mean, that was, I think, maybe a little bit of an ego thing.
Yeah, totally.
I've got it. I've got it. It's very, very interesting to see when this is going to be called, because we saw last year it was used to absolute perfection. It could change the game. I think there's 9 points available in the last 4 holes. Wow. We've seen games.
That's spicy, isn't it? That's proper spicy.
Right now on the board, but that can change at any moment in those last 4 holes.
Maybe the par. It can be tee shot, can't it? Can it be? Can it be the tee? It can't be the tee shot. Oh, no, I was going to say one of the par 3s.
Yeah.
You know
That's dangerous.
But I reckon, second shot on a par 5. I reckon get the captains in.
260, full send.
Yeah.
Get Danny in there.
Exactly that.
So we've asked across the week for the fans to get involved using our interaction hub. So for Tubes, what is the best and worst thing about working with Bullard?
The best. And worst.
How long you got?
How long we got? Yeah.
Do you know what? He's been a joy to work with. He's so good at golf.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And obviously, the funny thing about when people see Jimmy Bullard, they think he's absolutely crazy, which he is. But when he's playing golf, we put him against top pros, don't we? Proper.
Yeah,
DP World
competitive
Tour,
golf, a bit like today. He's proper switched on.
You're not getting him mucking around. Everyone's like, oh, he's serious. So he's been brilliant for the channel. We do have a laugh. So yeah, that's what I can say. Really, so good. What would you say, Ange?
Yeah, totally. So when we're doing silly formats and having a laugh, he has a laugh. But as soon as it's a proper sort of scratch match, he's
talking about silly formats and having a laugh. It was no joke when you got your hole in one, and luckily enough, we've actually got some footage of that as well. Let's have a little look.
Look at that.
I mean, it's absolutely frightening. The ball flight looks perfect for something, a little inconsequential thing. Here we go.
Here we go.
Go on, the boy. Ain't bad, is it?
Wasn't $10 million in that one, annoyingly.
Yeah, but we didn't know. Look, we didn't know because it was so windy that day.
Yeah, it was 156 wind behind.
Stephen was down there, and he was going. He was just stood there. We're like, he's going.
Is it in the hole?
Yeah, look.
In the hole. I cannot believe we couldn't hear you this long.
We couldn't hear
to
him.
start running, boys.
We're like, it's in the O, it's in the O, it's in the
Yeah.
O. Remember? It's unbelievable.
I haven't quite
pulled a hamstring
I haven't quite recovered from that one yet.
Look at the pace. We were nothing.
I'm still blowing.
Not screaming.
But no, it's...
I did think that could be a
Please
hole
do
in
that
one.
today, bro. Please.
But listen, that's where we go. We got something. Since you first came in on the first session, if you look behind us, if you tear your eyes away from the hole-in-one, something's changed a little bit. There is a $10 million swing. The tee box has been set up, and we're looking at this. It gets the juices flowing, doesn't it? You're already spending the money, boys.
I've never seen that.
We've opted for Ange to do it because of just that. He's got hole-in-one history, so...
So have you? You've notched one in it.
Yeah,
you notched one in
but
Florida.
Mine was so lucky. Mine was like a worm burner.
Daisy cut.
Went straight along the floor, trickled onto the green and rolled in. It's when I didn't even play golf. It was like I just started. We were on holiday with Dad, so it was years and years and years ago. But I have got a hole in one. But
There we go.
Josh, not a proper one like that.
Listen,
Do you know how long it is?
I'm hearing it's about 177 yards,
Right,
which is a lot less than we have right here on the first fairway.
Oh, look at England, they're proper up.
Gobbled up by that front bunker. Good to hear the thoughts of the lads there. It feels like everyone's made hole in one when you listen to it. I've got now Ewan Porter, Claude Harmon III alongside me. I mean, how many guys? How many?
0.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Claude.
I'm a bad golfer, so
I didn't
that's
know
not
that.
surprising.
I was always proud to say 5, but pales in comparison to Willett and
8.
Bjorn.
8. No one asked you, Radar. Dwight has made 5. Radar chirping in with his 8. It's quite good as well, isn't it? 16 for Bjorn. How about that?
That's a good shot. He's hit some really good iron shots. Nick, Butchie had a hole-in-one when he played the PGA Tour in San Diego. Didn't have the honor on the next tee. Worked that one out.
Joking.
Back-to-back hole-in-ones
No
in the
way.
70s.
Oh my word. Let's have another look at this one here. Ball ever so slightly above the feet, tucked away on this left side.
Yeah, and that helps him. He likes to hit a little bit of a draw.
Tricky pitch here for Jermaine. Downhill, down green, and downwind as well. That was going to be tough to stop.
We can already see, guys, these greens are starting to get a lot faster, a lot firmer than they were this morning. They still had some moisture on them. But I think we are going to see some really interesting putts. But I think the short game is going to be really interesting this afternoon as well. Trying to judge where you want to land the ball, how much it's going to roll out, if you can spin it.
So, what's the state of play here on this green amongst these guys?
Well, Team England is up early in this match. Now, JT didn't have his best this morning. Batistuta didn't have his best this morning. But Team England seemed to be pairing up really nicely between Jermaine's game as well as JT's game. It's going to be very different between these two pairings' style of play. But they are both putting for a par at the moment. It is also slightly windier than it was this morning, which is just going to make it that much tougher. And as Claude said, it will firm up the greens and make them even quicker than they were this morning.
One thing we have seen, Claude, is a lot of back pins in the holes out here, which means it's difficult to get the approach shots close to the hole and therefore leaving longer putts, and it's difficult to lag the ball on these quick greens. It's not easy.
Yeah, and I think that's what's happening right now. The players know the greens are quick and fast. They're trying to go flag hunting. Pins are at the back. I think you really have to be disciplined in situations like this and just say to yourself, listen, given my handicap level, given my ability, let me just try and hit as many greens as possible, get some confidence. Speaking of confidence.
312. Flat out driver. Gently. Downhill and downwind. Munched it. Giddy up.
Oh, stay there.
Well, Radar, dry still. Can you see?
That, I'm not sure, but there's a little bank there that hasn't been cut.
might have hung on. It deserved to. What a tee shot. Brave, flushed it.
Whoopsie daisy, don't cut too much. That'll be wet.
It's a crock.
The difference out here between Jimmy Bullard and Gareth Bale is Gareth Bale plays a modern game like we see on tour week in, week out, where Jimmy Bullard plays an old-fashioned game. He could play in a 20-mile-an-hour wind and weave magic. He doesn't bully golf courses and create a score. Well, this guy can reach the green, as I said, 312. It's just switched the wind. It was down, now it's in 2. Hope he can feel it.
What's a drive? 175 ball speed. Oh, Keddy, what?
175 is tour average, guys. I mean, he's got some speed. What a good shot that is.
And he's a beast. The balance as well, Claude, that's the back. He doesn't swing like that normally. He's got that speed without falling over normally.
No, but I mean, he's got a fantastic setup. He does a lot of really good things when he swings the golf club.
Doesn't look like he's nursing a back injury, but he certainly is. And that was from a bogey and the half. So, all bad news, I'm afraid, for Team World.
This is kind of reminiscent of what we saw in the morning. Team World got up early, and then the English team fought back. But right now, it's all Team England.
That is our state of play. Shot now at that second tee. Yeah, a lot of that going on. A lot of having ahead of those, a lot of time. This part of the world, obviously, live in and be used to these sort of conditions. What a tee shot over from Gareth Bale. He has that in a locker, and after a really good effort, Jimmy Bullard constantly chatting to him.
Yeah, I mean, he kept